Has it been screened like as an educational, as part of an educational program or anything like that?
It was screened last December at this event, the International Day of, I can't remember the exact name of the day, but it's to commemorate the people with disabilities. That's yearly on 3rd of December. So it was screened, organized by this organization, this non-profit organization that promotes uh, uh, awareness for disability people. And it was screened in India at a Disability Film Fest at Chennai. That was in August last year. Yeah, so these are the places that it has been screened so far.
For such an, I mean, it is a very heartwarming documentary. But I do sometimes wonder for such a personal topic whether getting their family members to speak, was it very difficult for them to open up to the both of you?
Okay, what helped was that Peter is actually my secondary school classmate. And when we were studying, he was a sportsman, kind of athletic kind of person. And I only knew about his accident way in 2008. That was like 14 years after his accident. And yeah, what kind of classmate am I? Okay, I only knew in 2008, and came about this opportunity where this friend was organizing this conference for the rehabilitative technology. He learned that I'm actually doing filmmaking, and he asked me to make a film on our mutual classmate, which is Peter. And because of well, we knew each other way back, so it was easier for me to integrate into the family, and to like, and he and me are the same age, so it's easier for us to communicate and for me to communicate with his parents as well. And they also wanted to share his story, because we told him that we are doing an we're trying to make an inspiring story about his life, and he was very supportive of the objective, and his family also supported, and that enabled the film to be made in this way.
Tell us a little bit about your working relationship. I noticed both of you, Derek and Chitian, right? Both of you have done TV before, and Chitian you've even done drama before. So doing a short film together, what was the process like for the both of you?
This is actually the second time that we worked together. First one was quite successful as Colors, and that traveled around the world. Like we've screened at more than 40 film festivals on that. Won a lot of awards along the way. So after that we decided, hey, it's quite good, so let's work together. So this was Chiden's story, so was Colors. Yeah, and so generally I'm more of the visuals guy, and he's more of the storyline guy. So we are quite clear on how we work, and we try to get the best of both of us. Yeah.
Basically, it's a very complementary relationship. I'm more on the writing side, and he's more on the technical, the knowledge on, well, the production knowledge. So yeah, so that's how we work together normally.
Does anyone have any questions for, yes, the young ladies in center?
Me? You want to go first? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I have a question for Derek and Chitian. I think one thing the film really highlighted for me was the value of care work for people who help who have family members who are disabled, and I think that's something that goes often unremarked because people do focus on the stories of the survivors themselves, but like Peter himself said, he had a lot of support from his family and his friends and his employer, the employers, and I mean he's lucky enough to have the skills and education and to have be an industry where he can harness the power of technology to work from home. And I thought the whole tone was very uplifting and inspiring. But I think as we all know, people in his situation do face a lot of challenges, people with such serious disabilities. And I was just wondering, when you talked to him, I guess you must have interviewed him and had a lot of footage shot before that. I mean, did he talk much about the sort of challenges that he faced, and was it an editing decision for you to cut the film as you did? Because I mean, there are a lot of people who are disabled like Peter and who do not, whose lives do not fit his definition of success in terms of, you know, professional success, financial independence, and I would guess that Peter is actually more of an exception than a rule. I mean, I also am hesitant to contribute to narrative of disabled people as always being helpless and not being able to help themselves, but even people who have not achieved as much as Peter, probably, you know, they still deserve opportunities and they still deserve dignity as human beings, and their stories deserve to be told as well. So yeah, my original question is, how did you choose how to stitch together his story, and how much did he talk about the challenges he faced?
When Peter told us his story, he told us the dark side of the darkest part of his life also, which was just after the accident. So he was actually quite suicidal at the initial stage, because from an athletic person to become immobile completely was a very big blow to him. And he did share candidly that, yeah, he actually went through this. And you're right that he has extreme supportive family members and friends and even strangers that made his life a little easier. Even Gilbert, the mouth painter, commented that Peter is a rather lucky exception among people with disabilities. Gilbert himself shared his life story that his family wasn't as supportive, definitely not as supportive, and they were like blaming him for bringing on such unluckiness to the family. So, but that's another side of the story that potentially can be told in another way. But just for Peter's story by itself, it's like you say, it's we wanted to show the family support part. So that was featured quite prominently, and well, I hope that sort of came across, and also the theme of being continue to make the best of whatever life deals you. So that was the approach of this particular story. Hope that answered your question.